Today we are going to talk about the transportation. We are interested in this topic because it's closely related to our daily life, and there are some differences between the China and the U.S. As you know, uh, uh, as a brief introduction, I will talk about the travel method on and off campus, and Wu will talk about the preference of a car and something about driving license, and Eddie will talk something about the public transportation. Um, as you all know, a university in the United States may have different campuses at different corner in a city. Take Ann Arbor as an example. It has the South Campus, Central Campus, and the North Campus. Yeah. So it's important to choose a proper travel method. Some people may choose to drive by a car. They think it's very convenient. And there is no need to wait for a long time. They can decide where to go whenever they want. And there is little traffic jams, little accidents on campus, so it's very safe. But the other person may think it's too expensive to buy a car and keep it. The insurance for the car may be up to more than $100 per month. It's very expensive, so they choose to travel by bus. Actually, there are very convenient bus systems on campus. And in Ann Arbor, it provides the many routes for free blue bus and AATA systems. And I think you can, if you met with something emergency, you can always call a taxi. They will arrive in 10 minutes. So it's very convenient. And there are also some people prefer to walk. They think it's funny, free, and healthy. It can reduce the cost on the way and thus reduce the pollution. And you can always enjoy the scene on campus that you may missing by a car. Yeah. Cool. When go out for a trip, there are also several choices. Some people may prefer to travel by a car in a short distance, and if they have enough time, and they think that they could decide where to go next on the way. There is no need to make a plan in advance. If there is no car available, they may prefer to. There may be 3 more choices travel across the country. To travel by air is the most expensive, but the easiest and comfortable travel method. There are hundreds of flights across the country, and in some cities there may be more than one airport. So it's very convenient. And travel by train is cheaper than travel by an airplane. There are dining bars where meals are served quickly on the train, and if you have to spend the night on the train, you can always pay for a roommate at night. The travel by bus is the most inexpensive way. There are fast bus services between the cities, such like the Greyhound. Yeah, and there are also some special tickets which allow the unlimited travel in a special period of time. So in this way, you could stop wherever at the places that most interest you. And then that's all the travel method on and off campus. Then let's welcome Wu to continue.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I'm first going to talk. I'm sorry. I'm first going to talk about our interviewee's own car, and then okay. So at the beginning, I want to ask you 3 questions, and the first one is, what is the what is our interviewee's car's brand? And the second one is how much is it a new car or second-hand car? And third one is how much is it? Can someone guess it? Have a guess?
About which question?
In this presentation, I will only tell you the answer of the second one.
I think
It's very easy.
most of the car
What?
second-hand.
Second-hand, yes, you're right. Our interviewee is called Brian, and his car is a second-hand car. And the other answers I will tell you on the final presentation. And now we also asked him some questions about this, and he said he is not very interested in the North American International Auto Show because he thinks right now he cannot afford such a car, and he may be interested in it a few years later when he had worked for several years and can afford such a car. And he is also not very interested in the high-tech cars. He thought nowadays the high-tech cars such as the solar cars and the electrical cars are not very good, are not good enough right now. It still needs some improvement to be a family car maybe. And he thinks maybe the car industry should more focus on the efficiency of the engine. And now let's come to the next part about car license. Okay, can you guess what these numbers mean? It's a little bit difficult, I think. Can someone?
The different levels of lessons for different age.
Yes, almost. And one of our interviewee called Catherine comes from Virginia, and he started to learn car at the first day she could when she was only 15 years and 6 months old. And then she also got his restricted car license at the first day she could, at the age of 16 years and 3 months old. And well, in Michigan there is a little bit difference, and one can learn how to drive a car at the age of 14 years and 8 months. It's really I think it's too young for one to drive a car actually. And the time when one can get a restricted car license is also 3 months before that in Virginia. And you may notice that I said it is an restricted car license. It means you have to drive. When you drive a car, there is some restriction, and generally, when you are 18 years old, you can get an unrestricted car license in America. But it's also some difference in different states. And some interesting restriction is let me see. I'm sorry. Oh yes. If you only have a restricted car license, you may not drive a car at the time around midnight. And also, another interesting fact is that in California, if you only have a restricted car license, you cannot transport a person under 20, unless there is an adult over 25. That's very interesting, I think. It's not very common, I think. And also another fact about the car license is that oh yes, the car license is it's a commonplace document that carries all the information we need to identify someone. So it has become the primary method of identification in the United States. And now let's come to traffic problems. According to Brian, he said that there isn't much traffic problems in Ann Arbor, but there is a exception. That is when there is a football game, there would be some traffic problems in the main street because a lot of people will go into or out of the town. And sorry.
配试数表。
Okay, now let's welcome Lao Wenxin to talk more about the public transportation in Hanoi.
Okay, thank you. Now, I will give you more information about the public transportation in America. Firstly, I will talk about the past. We should know that after the Second World War, the American public transportation was severely injured because at that time, the Americans' economic growth was very fast, and the owning a private car becomes very common among all the citizens. So the market share of the public transportation becomes lower, and as a result, the higher fee and the worse situations were caused, and then it results in the worst environment of the public transportation. But nowadays, as the fuel become more precious and the environmental pollution become much more severe topic for the world to concern, the public transportation is now being paid more attention by the United government. Let's take an example of the Portland. This is one of the biggest city in America, and this is famous for its 4 light rail lines. The city has invested $4 billion in the construction of the 4 rail lines. The input was very great, and they had to raise the tax rate to pay for the line, but it proved to be very worthy because after the construction, the people there have a much more convenient life, and the Portland is evaluated to be the best city for habitation in America. Okay, and now I will talk about the future development of the public transportation. First, I think the subway is still a thing to be improved. The subway in America is it has a very bad reputation of being dirty and crowded. Most of the people we have met said they would not take a subway, although it's convenient. And the subway is also expensive for the short living people. But we should know that subway in China is very convenient because our government has invested a lot into that kind of thing. So by investing more money into the subway, I'm sure that American public transportation will improve. And then about the internet, we should know that the Magic Box in Compass is an example of the applied of internet in the public transportation. Such kind of applications could greatly improve the people's quality of public transportation because people don't have to wait for so long. Okay, now I will give you a conclusion. Transportation is one of the most important parts in the people's life. We have mentioned these 3 parts in the lecture, and we hope that you have got the knowledge for the American transportation. Okay, that's all for now. The question now.